Thanks for joining us from the Ohio AgNet Voice You Know With the News You Trust studio, sponsored by Grain Equipment Company, where innovation meets execution. I'm Dale Minio. Quick rain report. We had 3,600s here at my studio in Morrow County. Looks like Dusty had 1,500s to a quarter of an inch up in Henry County. Matt said it was so dry his rain gauge dried up and blew away, so I don't know what to think of that. And Joe had about 8,600s over in the Sydney area. Let's hope that's just the beginning of nice rains for the next several days. Joining me, Adam Conrad, General Manager of Axis, Ohio. Adam, we catch up shortly after several days of Farm Science Review, and you've gotten to talk to several producers. What are some of your reactions of what you're hearing from producers out in the field?
Mostly we're just hearing that things are really all over the board. Moistures are all over the board. Yields are all over the board. It just depends on where you're standing, and sometimes your neighbor caught a rain that you didn't, and it's vastly different, pretty close together. I think we've learned that the guys that highly manage stuff and the guys that have some diversification on their farm are maybe handling some challenges a little better than others, but it's just a lot of variability out there.
And with all that, are there some things that we can still observe in the combine that help us make better decisions for potentially an unknown kind of year next year?
Yeah, I think there are. I think some diversification is going to help any farm. I think that's kind of maybe a long lost art in the farming world, is some diversification, and then highly managing your crop for these unknowns and from some stresses that maybe we haven't had here in a couple years.
Are we talking fungicides more across all acres because of the improved health conditions, because we don't know what the rest of the seasons? What have we learned from the idea that people wanted to keep tar spot out and maybe have made their first application of a fungicide? Can we see a difference? Do we need to look stronger to see a difference this fall? How do you see that?
Yeah, I think we're definitely, with tar spot in particular, we're going to start seeing a lot more differences with these fungicides. And these fungicides have gotten so much better over the years, and even just with their plant health ability and respiration, we're definitely seeing that be a benefit to growers. And anytime you're in a highly stressful year, that should shine.
Reducing stress, we used to talk about just that with deal with Mother Nature, and now we realize there's lots of other components. Adam, we also want to thank you for your participation and your company's participation in 5 county fairs, receiving a $2,000 check from Axis Seeds to go to their junior fair board to inspire them with some creativity and programs for the fair. Again, we have the last one at Ashland County Fair this week. We appreciate that.
Yep. Yeah, thank you. And like I've said, for several years of us doing this, we just like to support the communities that support us and support these kids, because they're our future for agriculture. So we're excited to do it.
Adam Conrad, my guest, General Manager of Axis, Ohio. Let's check in on today's forecast.
We've got a pause in the rainfall activity today. I'm Chief Meteorologist Ryan Martin with a look at your Ohio Ag weather update. Here's what's going on. We're looking at a dry Monday. Clouds off and on, not nearly as warm, but we're still not seeing additional rain today. Overnight tonight through tomorrow, I think we have our next round of shower and thunderstorm activity, anywhere from 1/4 to 1.5 inches, potentially falling over 90% of Ohio. Behind that, we are mostly dry to finish the week, at least Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, watching a hurricane that tries to come ashore in the Florida Panhandle late this week and see where it wants to go for the weekend. I'm Ryan Martin.
And thanks, Ryan. Today's weather has been brought to you by Seed Consultants. Simply better performance online at seedconsultants.com. Coming up later in the week, USDA will release its September 1 cattle on feed report on Friday at noon Ohio time. Once again, there's a large variance between what analysts believe placements could be, as projections are anywhere from down 3.2% to potentially up 2.3%. And some say we need to look at the imports. As of last week, Mexican feeder cattle imports alone were up 23% from a year ago. We'll know more on Friday. Back with your markets after this.
In any year, your best harvest is only a few upgrades away. Seed Consultants exclusively serves the Eastern Corn Belt, combining our deep knowledge of local conditions with high-performing products fit for your acres. Most importantly, our customized services put our products and your business in a position to succeed. We help you start with better to grow your best. Visit seedconsultants.com to learn why our products and services are simply better.
Time now for the midday market analysis provided by Leist Mercantile and sponsored by Brandt, helping growers take control for over 70 years.
I'm Ryan Metzger with Leist Mercantile with your Monday technical outlook. On December corn futures, support is at $4, resistance at $4.06. For bullish momentum, we need to see closes above those key resistance levels. November soybean futures, we have support at $10.03 with resistance at $10.20. For bullish momentum, we need to see closes above those key resistance levels. December wheat futures support is at $5.64 and resistance at $5.74. For bullish momentum, we need to see closes above those key resistance levels. Please visit our website, leistmercantile.com, to learn more about our grain marketing program and crop insurance services.
And thanks, Ryan. Today's market's brought to you by Seed Consultants. Simply better performance online at seedconsultants.com. The most excitement we've seen in grain in a while. December corn up 9.5 at 4.11 1/4. March 4.29 1/4 up 9 1/4. November beans up 26 1/4 at 10.38 1/4 cent. January up 26 at 10.55 1/2. On the wheat, December's up 14 3/4 at 5.83 1/4. July's up 13 at 6.16 3/4. Cattle and hogs are higher as well. This is the Ohio AgNet.